Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. Today I have your weekly preview for the week of April 17th, 2023. Veni, Vedi, Veci, new epic troop Veneratus, which is pretty good. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Spring into action. Play the new holiday event and earn currency for the holiday store. Unlock a new legendary troop, a new pet, and even some new armor. A Matter of Faith, experience our new world event with your guildmates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. We got Week of Divines, all divine troops gain 10% to their skills. Week of Dragons, all dragons gain 10% to their skills. And bonus glory if you use Veneratus in PvP to gain 5 glory. Straight to the SOULFORGE. Let's see what's in here. I have no idea. I haven't looked at this yet. I do have a team video out for the world event and a scoring video out for the world event, so go check those out, please. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment, leave a like, share it out. You know, OnlyFans, Grindr, whatever it is. All right, let's go. What do we got? Ooh, some good stuff. All right, let's see here. We got Draculus. We got Ferris Ra. We got Ubastet. Ooh, this is gonna test my rankings. This is really gonna test me here. What was the fourth one? We have Ubastet and Furnace. Wow, yeah, this is really going to test me. You may see Ferris Ra on the bottom for like the first time. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. All right, so the highest priority. Man, this is hard. Draculus and Ferris Ra, Ubastet, and Infernus. Oh my gosh, this is super hard. I don't know, man. I see Ubastet the most out of all these recently, so, you know, he's probably a top 20 if you pair him with Rope Dart. If you do not have Rope Dart, he's not a top 10 or anything, so maybe save your diamonds. But if you do have Rope Dart, which was available last week, you can have the Rope Dart Ubastet team in 2 weeks. 24, red, yellow, brown, Pride Lands, Divine Raksha. Deal damage to the 2 weakest enemies boosted by all ally and enemy attack. If one of the enemies die, then kill the other one. It pretty much is a double kill. And if you weaken something with the Rope Dart and then shoot it with the Ubastet, it's going to get an instant kill on something else. You rinse and repeat, and everything is dead. I'm going to say that's the highest priority. I think it's like a top 20 right now, but not a top 10. Then we have probably Infernus. Used to be a top 10. Was never like a top 5 or anything, but just good stuff keeps coming into the game. It's fallen, and it may be, like, let's say Ubastet's like, you know, 16 or something. It's probably 17 or 18. It's right there with Ubastet. 24 red, yellow, purple, Broken Spire, Divine Elemental. Deal splash damage to 2 random enemies and explode 5 random gems. Burn all enemies in 4 or 5 gem match. Summon a firestorm when an enemy dies. So it has a lot going for it. It's really good for like beginners and stuff. And it used to be the best burn in the game. It's a good mythic. It's really good. It's like a B tier mythic, and right under Ubastet for me right now. But in the top 20, 25-ish still. And then, will I go Ferris Ra or will I go Draculus? Man, you know how I feel about soul farming and how much you don't need to do it these days with the Vault event, which is this weekend. If you go super hard with your Rowan or your Ironhawk, you will not need to soul farm as much as you think you do. I'm going to go with Draculus just to prove my point here. 20 green, blue, red, Galvania Undead, steal life from all enemies. No great traits, but it's pretty good if you pair it with like a Crimson Bat, and then you do the 50% Undead start, then you have 2 true damage damage dealers and just, you know, a weapon that helps get them up, and all of a sudden you got 2 really good true damage troops hitting all enemies with a 50% start and a explodey weapon or something. So, you know, it's middle of the pack. It's like C tier, B minus, something like that. And then Ferris Ra. 24, blue, brown, purple, Kitar, Divine Undead. Transform yellow gems to purple. Deal damage to an enemy. Boosted by my souls. Give 20 souls. Gain 150% bonus souls from battle. So I am kind of just pooping on it today. It's probably above Draculus, but it just keeps falling and falling and falling for me. Like, I never was super in need of souls on either new account playthrough. I never am in need of souls on my main account. This is a very antiquated, old way to play the game, and get with the times. You don't need Ferris Raw anymore. But still, it is the best soul farming troop in the game. If you're in a very specific, weird situation where you need souls that bad that you can't just wait for a vault event. You could always do something else. Just level up your troops that you use. Don't be super worried about kingdom level and power when you're still not having souls. Like, that means you're very early in the game. That means you should concentrate on other things. Might be controversial, but I'm going to put it in last this week. Alright, what do we got for legendaries? Infernal King. Divinish Bala, really good in the event right now, and a very good troop. Probably a top 10 legendary. Maybe even top 5. Keelan, dude, you can get Keelan and Divinish Bala. Peanut butter and jelly. They are so good together. That is great. And Captain McCall, 50% rogue start. Alright, pretty good troops here in the SOULFORGE today. Divinish Bala be the top one for sure. She's probably a top 5 legendary. 18 purple yellow Leonis Empire Divine Human. Transform red gems to skulls and green gems to yellow. Enchant 2 random allies. All divine allies start with 40% mana. So I used her on most, like 3 of my world event teams. She's really good and top 5 legendary. Divine start does tons of good stuff here. Enchanting, skull damage, green to yellow, uses yellow. She's awesome. Top 5, probably like 5th or something, but top 5 legendary. Then we can, what is it? Keelan or what? Captain McCall or Keelan with a little Infernal King there. I'll go Keelan, the peanut butter and jelly. 18 red, yellow, Shentang Divine Beast convert purple gems to red and brown gems to skulls. Bless 2 random allies. So they do like the double convert thing, which is always awesome. And then they also do something else that's awesome. Divinish Bala enchants and Keelan blesses. Summon a light storm at the start of battle, 2. And it's divine, so it gets the 50% start from Divinish Bala, or 40%, whatever. And it converts purple to red. Divinish Bala converts red to skull. It just goes perfectly together. So, yeah, if you don't have Divinish Bala Keelan, I would consider throwing down the 1800 or whatever it is, or the 1600 to get both of them. Consider it. Alright, Captain McCall would be 3rd, 50% start for rogues. It's not as good as it used to be because he was mainly used for the Mother of Darkness Night Spider team. The Night Spider got nerfed, and so not as great anymore. Infernal King, still kind of hanging in there as a decent troop. 18 purple, yellow, Blighted Lands Daemon, convert green gems to skulls and brown gems to red. Deal 51 scatter damage. 25% chance to resurrect after death. It's kind of like a budget Divinish Bala, but not really. You know, he's not bad. But I wouldn't buy it in the SOULFORGE. I would get it other ways. So yeah, the story of the SOULFORGE would be Divinish Bala Keelan and Ubastet, mostly. I would probably, I mean, Rope Dart was last week is the only reason like if Rope Dart wasn't last week and I wasn't sure if you had Rope Dart or not, I probably wouldn't like emphasize the Ubastet as much, and I'd probably tell you to get the Divinish Bala Keelan instead. But since Rope Dart was just last week, if you don't have Ubastet, you should probably get it because that team is awesome. But in a vacuum, I think Divinish Bala might be a higher priority than Ubastet. Weapons. What do we got? Dragon Tails. Damage. Red and purple. Dragon's Claw allies. Mace of Claws. Damage. Dragon allies. Red and purple. Volcanic Shield. Mystery Egg. And Explosion. So nothing too crazy. The Mace of Claws is probably the top priority. So we have, for Mythics, Ubastet. For Legendaries, Divinish Bala Keelan. For Weapons, Mace of Claws. Alright, let's check out this world event. Like I said, I have videos on the teams and the scoring. They're both short. They're both awesome. Go check them out. I'll link one of them at the end of this video, probably the team video. Orcs led by daemons are set to invade Dragon's Claw. Help the worshippers of Ishtara find some sacred relics to turn back the daemon and commanders. Defeat foes and claim gem relics and spirit relics to help the Ishtarian Dragonians. It's Skull and Spell. I recommend Spell early, and if you want to switch into Skull late, that's up to you, but Spell will still work late too. But definitely Spell early. I have a scoring video. Go check it out. Make sure you grab your rewards before you start fighting. Get those tokens. I bought up to tier 3. I recommend at least tier 2. And we got a full guild now, so no longer need anybody for mana bombers. It was like a one-day window. But yeah, got it filled up. Glad for that. Alright, what is next? Let's go to the shop. Glory shop. Alright, so I got my resources. And this troop is awesome. I like it. It's not like top 10 or top 5 or anything. It's just really good this week, especially if you have Divine Protector. So we have 13 green, blue, Dragon's Claw, Divine Dragon. Convert all red gems into yellow dragon gems empowered. Start battles with full mana. So it will convert red into yellow dragon gems immediately at the start of battle. Yellow dragon's gems explode downwards. So even if you don't have a extra turn, you could still consider casting it. Of course, most of the time, make sure you have an extra turn. And then you get that conversion, which red to yellow, even if it didn't explode downward, would still be pretty good. But it also will explode downward and give you even more mana. So it works really good for this event right now, along with Divine Ishbala, along with Divine Protector, and just throw in either spell damage or skull on top of that, like a mythic or something, and there you go. There's your team. Go watch the video still, though, please. Veneratus, I think you should grab it from the Glory Shop for sure, and fully trade it. And the stone to fully trade it is right there, 2 Arcane Swamp trait stones. So let's go see what else you could fully trade with that trait stone that you can buy as many as you want right now. It's blue and green. Let's go check out blue, green, all color, base rarity. Alright, we have stuff such as Aquaticus with that Tsunami. We have Urali with the Poison Gaze if you're going for the Scorpius Urali team. Mithrilion has a couple of things. The Colossus, the Possessed King with the Unstable Possession for the Skull Waterfall team. Lord of Slaughter with the Savage Strike. That's pretty good. Undyne, Submerge Myself at the start of every turn. Bash Dagon, Curse a random enemy matching brown. King Averlorn, the 50% elf start. That's important for Arachnean Weaver. That's important for Secret Darkwood. Pretty good there. Does Henla have anything? No. Okay. Christinax has that gain enchant with matching purple gems. Queen Beatrix, Royal Honey, cleanse all allies and matching 4 or more gems. The best cleanse in the entire game. This is probably the most important thing that you should get that stone for. Web Spinner, Lethal Toxin and Snare. Pretty important. Mercy, Empowered Converter. Rowan's there if you want to like metal it or something. You gotta get it fully traded. Taipan, Empowered Converter. Anything else? Pretty good stone. Pretty good. Let's see, can I think of anything else? I'm trying to do this off top, so I might miss a couple, but it's just to emphasize like certain things that you might want to get this stone for. So yeah, that's about it. Mercy, Rowan, Web Spinner, Queen Beatrix, Christinax, King Averlorn, you know, pretty good. Vashdagon, the Possessed King, the Lord of Slaughter, Urali, stuff like that. So make sure you have all of those traded. You can buy as many as you want in the shop right now. No need to farm. Farming is for vault events. Except for like metals, I guess, but you know. Anyway, so that was the shop. Let's check out the event key drop table. We got Dragon's Claw this week, so let's see what you can get with your event keys. So we'll change it to Dragon's Claw. And base rarity. And show all, just in case. Alright, can't get Diamantina, of course. You can't get the Horde's Mimic, of course. You could get Elamagrim, you could get Ishtara. Neither one is like a must-have. Divinia's pretty good. Essentia, that 50% start. If you don't have Essentia, maybe. Let's like, oh, the person that would throw event keys this week doesn't have Essentia, doesn't have Ishtara, doesn't have Element Grim, doesn't have Tiamata. That's the only person that should really throw event keys this week. Because, you know, you should save them for something better, of course. Maybe you don't even have Divinia. That would be the only person, a very specific person. Egg Thief is good. The Deviled Egg is here, but not worth event keys. So yeah, you know, that very specific person, but most people, 90% of people, should save their event keys. Essentia, if you don't have it, and then you just happen to not have any of the mythics either, or Divinia, then maybe throw a little bit until you get Essentia, but don't go too wild. Oh, what else is going on this week? Alright, so today you're going to be doing no campaign, which is wonderful. The campaign has been postponed. The update is either next week or the week after that. I'm leaning towards more like the week after that, but I've heard some people say it's next week. When they announced the forum post, they said they were going to postpone it by 2 weeks, the campaign, which was supposed to start today, right? So 2 weeks from today is when the next campaign will start, but that doesn't mean the update will be that week too. It could be the week before that, so I don't know. It's either next week or the week after that is the update, and the campaign starts in 2 weeks from now. Pretty sure. 2 weeks. They said they were postponing it 2 weeks. It was supposed to start today. The campaign will start in 2 weeks from now. The update, though, could be next week to prepare for the campaign, or it could be the same week as the campaign. I'm not sure. But yeah, today you're just going to be doing your world event, your spring into action event. Tomorrow, the faction assault looks like what? Is that Worm Run? I think that's Worm Run. Wednesday, probably some sort of dragon pet. This pet's escaping in 2 minutes, and I forget the dragon pet. It's like what is it? Wormling or something? I can't remember. But it's a little dragon pet from Dragon's Claw. Thursday, Dragon Guard. It's a fire class, so it has Fire Blade. It's a decent one, but it's not the worst fire class, but it's not the best. Like, Sunspear and Slayer are both better, so it's like in the middle. It's like the 3rd or 4th best fire class with Fire Blade and stuff, so it's up to you. It's a class that you'll level up with your Phoenicia. Like, just because you got Diamantina doesn't mean you should stop using Phoenicia, because you still need to level up all your fire classes. You can stop using Phoenicia once you have every single of the 6 or 7 fire classes to level 100. Friday, we have Vault Event. So, Vault Event this weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It might be the last Vault Event before the Adana rework, so you might want to go super hard if you got Ironhawks. And I know some of you just got the Ironhawks, so now's your time, you know. Use it now before it's time for everybody to cry, because they might nerf that thing when they do the Adana rework. And I think this might be the last Vault Event before that. So, go super hard. If you don't have Ironhawks, use Rowan. Okay, so let's check out that Spring into Action event. I will have a faction event video tomorrow morning, so if you're looking for that, that'll be tomorrow morning. Spring into Action. Use green troops to fight event battles. Oh yeah, I forgot this is how that works. I thought it was a doodad collection thing. Each event battle earns Seeds of Spring. Spend Seeds of Spring in the event to purchase Beltane, Sapdragon, and more. Oh, maybe I should make a team for this on this video. So what you want to buy? So you're going to do your battles every day, right? You got 3 battles. You got the Golden Holiday Battle. Doesn't really matter when you use that. Just make sure you use it. 3 battles a day. Do the highest level you can. Buy the Legendary once. Buy the Beltane Sapdragon until you can't buy any more of it, until it turns gold. And then get the Spring Armor for sure. And then if you don't have an Orb of Power, or if you don't have Zul'Goth, buy the Orb of Power. If you don't have, like, Enraged Kurandara, buy the Orb of Power. Or if you just want the achievement, buy the Orb of Power. I think I still don't have the achievement, so maybe I'll do that this time finally. Because I don't need Orbs of Power, but for my own peen that no one else will ever see, maybe I will get that achievement done. Spring Armor looks pretty cool. I kind of like the other armors better, like the Crimson Armor and the Halloween. Like the Christmas Armor and the Halloween Armor are definitely better, but yeah. Hey, that's pretty cool, though. I always like new armor. Let's try to make a team, I guess, so I can put that in the title. I'll do it as quickly as possible. Alright, base rarity, green troops. So what are we going to do here? We just want something that can continuously make it through this event without, you know, having to switch it up. I'm thinking like, what's my green Guild Wars team? We got Sycorax. We got Scourge of Honor. You could do Scourge of Honor. The Wild Queen, the Wild King. I'll just mention, like, I'll try to make a team, but I'll also mention certain things you could maybe use. Arachnian Weaver you could use with, like, life... Can you use, like... Oh, you have to use green weapons, too. So, yeah, just plug in your green Guild Wars team if you want to just, like, brainlessly not have to worry about it. Which I could do right now. And my green one's pretty good, too, so... Let's, just grab that. Green Guild Wars. Don't reorder. Copy. And we go to the event. You could also use Rowan. Rowan and Leprechaun. You just have to find a weapon. But I'm going to paste in my Guild Wars team like a lazy man. It's because it's pretty good. I like it. I like this team, so I'm going to use it. Let's do a battle. I did the golden battle. And this uses the doomed glaive, so to clear the early battles out, it's also good to clear the early battles out, but maybe not the fastest starting team in the world, so we're looking for blue. I guess. I mean, during Guild Wars I am, but I should probably just take green. I should probably get a 50% start. Switch this team up a little bit. What do we need? I should just hit them with skulls. Here we go. Here, let me fix it a little bit. What I'm gonna want to do is, first of all, take off this metal that I don't need. So I'd put an Anu on. Throw on an Anu, right? And then, change the class to something else. Let's go to 19. Let's, did I do a golden battle? Maybe I didn't. Let's go to different class. I'm going to change it to... I'll use Elementalist for, what is it doing? Come on. For Guild Wars. But if I was going to use this team outside of Guild Wars, I'd probably do something like Archer. And that's a 50% start. That's like a Hunter's Mark. That's... Okay. Just making sure. Seeing if I used it or not. Alright, now we started with a 50% start. We probably just want to get up our glaive as soon as possible and just shoot it off at these early battles. But later on, you're going to want to play it a little bit safer and get up the Apothecary, cast it, get up the Wild Queen, cast it, and then cast the glaive or something, or line up the glaive with the Apothecary, something like that. If you're a low-level player, you could do triple persistence. You could do Rowan. Let's go take a look at, like, Epic and under. Of course, Gob Truffles. You could do Vanoxia, Queen Beatrix. Stuff like that. Rowan. Rowan with Leprechaun. I don't know what weapon you would use, but I'm sure you can find something. Just an explodey weapon would be fine. Anything. Any explodey weapon. You could use Essence of Evil. You could use Jar of Eyes. Rowan. Maybe even put Rowan at the top of the team. You know, something like that. Rowan, Gob Truffle, Vanoxia, Queen Beatrix, those Persistence. Those would be the green troops I'd recommend for this event. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. You just do those battles each day. You take the higher level. Just plug in your Guild Wars team or use one of the troops I mentioned, and you will get the green, whatever it is, Seeds of Spring, and then you'll go buy... First thing I usually buy is the armor, because it looks cool, and you want to throw it on. Then I usually get the legendary, then I'll start buying the pet, And then if you have anything left over, get the Orb of Power last, because Orb of Powers you can get anywhere. Spring Armor you cannot get anywhere else, so make sure you grab that first. That's what I do. And then like these two, you'll probably be able to get them later, which is going to be a while, so you might as well grab these two next. And the Orb of Power you can get those other places, so it's definitely the last one you should get. These two are bad. I wouldn't buy those. But yeah, Spring Armor, then Beltane, then all the pets, including the gold one, and then an Orb of Power if you want to get your peen. Is that everything? I think that is everything. So yeah. Before we go, though, I need y'all to please pray for some people. They are now sinners and one with the choir, so you need to pray. We have Fabuki76, we have Chad Price, and we have Pepsu. So please pray for these people. They are now sinners and one with the choir. Fabuki, Pepsu, and Chad Price. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for hitting that join button, the link in the description, or just being able to be gifted a membership. That means you were a member at some point, or you opted in or whatever. That's all you have to do, and you can get gifted memberships. So appreciate it so much. Pepsu, Fabuki76, and Chad Price. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel. Comment below. And I will see y'all next time. Click this video. You know, this one right here. Up in the left-hand corner. If my face was on the screen, I'd be pointing to it and stuff. And kissing it. And licking it and stuff. It's right there. Upper left-hand corner. That video. That one. I'm touching it. I'm tweaking its nipple right now. Touch that video. Please. Peace.